Yo, Sanjay Uche here, people, giving you my review on Dragon Ball Super Episode 91. Honestly, people, this episode, I think, like, personally, this episode was the most balanced in terms of all around quality to me. Um, Probably in the best in recent times, and just in terms of the balance between all the different aspects of what makes an episode good, I'd suppose. Because the general premise of this episode is really and truly getting to see the I guess they can't call them Z Warriors anymore, but the Super Warriors, the members of Universe 7 gathering for a meeting, really and truly. Not all members of the 10-man team, but some of the key persons that were responsible for putting the team together, as well as seeing what's happening in the other universes. Which, to me, considering that in the previous episodes to date, getting to see stuff from the other universes, yeah, it was always a highlight of those episodes for me. So getting this episode that was full blown, seeing what the other universes were up to, really push the, I guess, the boundaries of, I guess, interest for me in this episode. It really piqued my interest. So with that, my opening impressions out, let's kind of get more into it. So we pick up after last episode with the gang basically at Bulma's place, and basically they've communicated with Supreme Kai and Beerus and Whis that yeah, we have our 10-man team right now. Of course, it's at this point we learn that Vegeta has gone to the hyperbolic time chamber to use the remaining time to train, and I do like how the series itself is self-aware of how it's been treating Vegeta as a character these last 10 or so episodes in terms of his screen time. Granted, they didn't specifically mention screen time, but it was just Goku asking where Vegeta was, and basically, Whis was pointing out that Goku didn't really inform him or has been treating him badly and whatever, hasn't really been training with him. So hey, whatever. So Goku at this point decides, he wants to train as well. And I think the thing I loved about this episode is it's kind of like a callback to Dragon Ball Z, because Goku goes on to do a little training session with Whis, but it's like it was just so interesting to see that the place they chose to do this training session was in the gravity room. We haven't seen Goku use the gravity chamber since his journey to Namek, so that was really an interesting callback. Definitely cool. And with this episode, the art and animation, especially in that fight sequence there with Goku and Whis, it was pretty good, I must say. It was kind of remind me of the earlier episodes of this arc. Um, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure no one can really complain about any power scaling in this episode at all, since Goku was training with Whis. Um, of course, eventually we do find out the news. If you've seen or heard the spoilers, that yes, Majin Buu has fallen asleep. Well, that's towards the end of the episode. But before I get to there, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. But yeah, so we get to see what's happening in universe 2, 11, 6, and 9. So if I was a betting man, I assume that these universes would be the main highlights of the tournaments. Yeah, in terms of the key universes that would really stand out. Of course, we get to see this as from, I guess, Zeno's viewpoint, because the Zenos are growing bored and want to start tournaments, so the Daishinkan, the Grand Priest, decides to show him what's happening in all the universes. Of course, in Universe 6, we get reintroduced back to Frost, and we find out he's on the run. Hit has been sent to recruit him, of course, and we get to find out he's even stronger now than before. So, being on the run, he's been, I guess, his confrontations with whoever, through that he's become much stronger. I'm not sure how much stronger, but he's strong, and that's a good thing for Universe 6. And of course, the Grand Priest himself has highlighted that even though Universe 7 is strong, Universe 6 will be a strong contender as well. Of course, we get to see what's happening in Universe 9 with, those guys that Goku, Gohan, and Buu fought in the Zen exhibition match, Basil, Bergamo, and Lavender. So we get to understand that they basically are having piss poor luck recruiting members for their 10-man team. And we got this cool scene. I forgot the God of Destruction's name for Universe 9, honestly. I think, yeah, Sidra. I believe that was it. Yeah, we get to see him hack high an entire city. So that was pretty dope. Of course, Universe 11, Topo wants to meet up with his team, but of course, guy's name, the general, he's basically on a little mission to rescue a cat. So that was something. Of course, we get to see from Universe 2 that Teletubby that we see Vegeta finding in the opening. That was pretty. It's like it was like some weird. It was kind of weird because we get to see her. We get to see that I believe Universe 2 is the God of Destruction or Goddess. I believe that's the one with Heras, right? Yeah. So we get to see that Universe 2 is having basically they have this building or this tryouts for the team, and we get to see our little Teletubby. She was masquerading as a green-haired girl, and then she transformed. It's kind of Sailor Moon-esque, honestly. This scene, so there was that. Honestly, um, so am I missing 6, 11? Oh yeah, Universe 10. They're bond. I'm pretty sure Universe 10 is just gonna be the laughing stock of this tournament. Honestly, it's gonna be ridiculous. Um, so there's that. So really and truly, getting to see all what these other universes were up to was definitely a point of interest for me. And I thought the episode was really paced. The pacing was pretty good, honestly speaking. For what it's worth, considering we're bouncing to and fro from all these universes to see what the fighters are up to. So there was that. Um, no major complaints, honestly, apart from the whole. And this is another point as well. As I mentioned, towards the end, we get to find out that Boo has fallen asleep. Mr. Satan calls Bulma, and Bulma relays a message to the others. Of course, the show itself, as I mentioned, is aware of the situation they've written themselves in. Not only with how they've treated Vegeta, but this was like take two of that plot point in this show, realizing what itself is doing to itself. In that Beerus brings up the point that Boo did fall asleep before as well, so that was cool. That was a nice little part to throw into the episode that I loved, honestly speaking. It's always good when a show is like self-aware of its its garbage, I suppose. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty balanced episode. I mean, just seeing all the other universes. Um, yeah, I mean, the pacing was good, interesting developments. I mean, this is Dragon Ball, and fighting is a key part, but I think this episode shows, I think it really showed that you don't really need fighting to have a really balanced episode. I mean, just seeing all the other universes really it kind of built my hype, honestly, because we've been focusing on Universe 7 for quite a while. And honestly speaking, in terms of the direction of this I guess Universe 7 recruitment arc, I think more should have been shown of the other universes, honestly speaking, to build up the hype. I mean, the Universe 7 is our team and all of that, but honestly, as I mentioned, like seeing stuff from the other universes always made the previous episodes more interesting to me, honestly speaking. So, I mean, that's all I have for that one. The preview for episode 92 is looking pretty interesting. We got some new Super Saiyans coming out from Universe 6. That in itself, who knows, it's kind of 50-50 if it's bullshit, them learn Super Saiyan so easily. But I'll save that discussion for another day, I suppose. But that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Look out for my Samurai Jack review either, well, tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow, yeah. So it'll be the final episode where that's concerned, so look out for that. Um, tell me what you thought about this episode. Share this video out. Let's have a discussion in the comment section if you want. Rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my other stuff. Especially my Goku Day AMV. Let me know what you thought about that one. I'll probably just show it on screen so you can just click and go to that if you want. But yeah, see you in the next one.